Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for June 19th, 2012. It is currently 9:47 a.m. and temperatures are basically in the lower to mid 60s over much of the New York City metropolitan area and mid to upper 60s over the Philadelphia metropolitan area. And as you can probably tell, the skies are pretty much overcast with a few isolated showers here and there over eastern Pennsylvania. Well, there's a lot of talk about a heat wave invading the northern mid-Atlantic, so let's get to this forecast. It's going to be pretty interesting as we move forward over the next couple of days. Looking at the water vapor satellite picture, you can see our warm front is starting to advance, and here's the winds on the upper levels, clearly showing that winds are coming from the southern plains and driving northeast right into the Ohio River Valley and eventually into the eastern Great Lakes and northern mid-Atlantic. We currently have a disturbance that is rapidly weakening over the eastern Great Lakes and diving south and east. This disturbance is going to continue to collapse and will not produce much in the way of precipitation aside from a few isolated showers over portions of eastern Pennsylvania through the morning hours, and then by this afternoon those showers will dissipate and we will no longer be under the threat for precipitation. This warm front, though, is going to take its time moving through today, leading to variable cloud cover through at least this early afternoon, and then skies will clear as this warm front blows through, but humidity will rapidly increase. So this evening you're definitely going to feel a marked difference in the air mass with a much more humid feel to the air by this evening, with temperatures holding in the lower 70s. So if you're going to the baseball game tonight, going to the Mets game, perhaps you're going to see an outdoor movie or anything of that nature, well, you're going to definitely have to be prepared for more humid weather conditions and certainly warmer conditions than what we've been experiencing over the past several days. Taking a look at the radar, I just want to show this real fast. The disturbance is collapsing. These showers will start to move into northeastern Pennsylvania for the rest of this morning and continue the weekend. I don't expect them to hold up much for another few hours, maybe up until about noon, and then they'll completely collapse as the disturbance dissipates over eastern Pennsylvania. So again, if you're in northeastern Pennsylvania, perhaps even portions of northwest New Jersey right along the Delaware River, be on guard for a few isolated showers up until this afternoon. Taking a look at the infrared satellite picture, you can see there's plenty of cloud cover over the northern mid-Atlantic. Now, the reason why we have this cloud cover is we have this warm front that is slowly starting to advance, but this area high pressure over the Atlantic, thanks to our marine air mass, is slowing down the advancement of this warm front. This high pressure system doesn't have much of a chance in this fight, but it will continue to hold on through this afternoon, keeping variable cloud cover in place. And then later this afternoon, as this warm front wins out, you can see skies are really clearing out nicely over the Ohio River Valley. And those clearing skies will advance to the east. And by this evening, you'll definitely see clear skies throughout much of the northern mid-Atlantic. So let's take a look at the model guidance. We're using the GFS model guidance from the Penn State EWOL website. And the reason why is because for the most part, the models are in general agreement, but I want to use the GFS to make a point for this afternoon and for the forecast heading into Friday. So obviously our ridge is going to be building in, and with that ridge building in, the hot and humid weather will take hold. By tonight you'll definitely notice a difference again with the humidity on the rise, and for tomorrow, boy, it's going to get hot. Temperatures are going to skyrocket into the upper 80s to lower 90s right along the immediate coast, and lower to mid 90s away from the coast. I would not be surprised if a few locations push to 97, 98 degrees, especially over the Delaware River Valley. And the reason why is because you see this purple here? This is sinking air. So you're having sinking air developing over the northern mid-Atlantic with 850 millibar temperatures over 20 degrees Celsius. That basically means it is going to get hot in a big way over the New York City and Philadelphia metropolitan area. If you are not prepared for this heat, get prepared. Get your air conditioning ready, have plenty of water, try to stay indoors. If you have to work outdoors, use caution and don't overexert yourself, because you'll be surprised how quickly a heat stroke can come on you in this type of weather pattern. Moving forward through Friday. Now, again, Thursday is going to be pretty hot. Now, Friday is going to be pretty interesting. There's a lot of disagreement in the forecast. In fact, I even had some conversations online about this forecast for Friday and Saturday. The model guidance is suggesting that we're going to cool down quite a bit on Saturday. Friday, we're going to remain in the upper 80s, and then Saturday, lower 80s. I disagree with this forecast, and here's why. Here we are on Friday evening. Our cold front is moving through, but notice where all the lifting is. All the lifting is in the eastern Great Lakes. All the, basically the cold air advection, the cold air transport is all being focused over the eastern Great Lakes and northern New York. Now, that does not mean I'm saying that it won't cool down. I just don't think it will cool down a lot. And the reason why is because the air mass that's being transported into the region is really not all that different from the one that's in place now. And what that basically means is that because the winds at the mid-levels are from the west, which is basically transporting air with a source region more around the central Mississippi River Valley where temperatures are in the hundreds and upper 90s, well, you can't really expect much of a cool down from that type of air mass transport. So any air mass behind this cold front is going to be significantly modified. So as a result, yes, there will be a threat for scattered to isolated showers and thunderstorms. A few of those thunderstorms could be severe on Friday evening, but I think that the change in the air mass is not going to be as significant as some people think. And so as a result, I'm looking for more upper 80s to lower 90s for Friday and for Saturday over the Philadelphia metropolitan area, and lower to mid 80s right along the immediate coast. New York City will probably be around 85 to 87 degrees on Saturday afternoon, with humidity still up there and still definitely being felt with this air mass in place. Now again, for Saturday, something interesting to keep in mind here, all your strong lifting is in New England, which means we're going to have sinking air over the New York City and Philadelphia metropolitan area. And I think that's also going to influence the temperatures and make them a bit warmer than what MOS guidance is currently showing. The good news is that Saturday is going to be absolutely beautiful. Sunday, not so much. Now Sunday is going to be a little bit different in this cold front. The cold front is going to be much stronger, and as a result, with this cold front moving through, notice that the lifting is a little bit further south, and winds behind this cold front at the lower, mid, and upper levels will be from the northwest, which means the air mass is coming from Canada. That is what's going to knock down our temperatures significantly, and by Sunday we'll be back in the upper 70s to lower 80s for most locations, mid 70s right along the immediate coast as this cold front moves through. Watch out for widespread showers and thunderstorms with this cold front. And then Monday, you'll really see a nice change in the weather pattern as high pressure over the eastern Great Lakes, which will be right here by Sunday, building south into the eastern Great Lakes on Monday. And behind that cold front, you'll see temperatures back into the mid 70s along the immediate coast, upper 70s to lower 80s over much of the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area away from the coast. And most importantly, our humidity will be much lower with dew points ranging in the lower to mid 50s. So you'll definitely notice a change in the air mass Sunday and especially on Monday. So that's your forecast discussion for today. Again, use caution with this heat. Do not underestimate the strength of this heat wave. Heat index for tomorrow, Thursday, Friday will likely be in the mid to upper 90s for along the coast, upper 90s to lower 100s a little bit inland. So use some caution, be smart, drink plenty of water, and stay indoors if you can. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. You can follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter and Facebook. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there.